Hey guys, Tony here, and I'm back to do BigStar1000's alphabet thread. He asked that we pick one record from each letter of the alphabet and show that record, and have it be a group that represents your collection. And I kind of found it a little bit hard to do. I don't have the biggest collection in the world, but um, I didn't want to pick all the things that my mind would automatically pick, like all the albums that I know so well and love. And I did pick albums I love, but I kind of did a mixture of records that I'm listening to now, and I'm just thrilled to have as part of my collection, and a few classic records for me that I've been listening to for years. So I just kind of feel like if I were to show all of my absolute favorite records and all that, it'd probably be a fairly boring video. I don't know, because I just tend to a lot of these threads I answer, and I tend to show the same records a lot. So I figured I'd change it up a little bit. But these records are albums I love, and I'm thrilled to have in my collection. And maybe there's something new for you, and you maybe want to check out. So I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible. Believe it or not, I don't have anything for Q and X here. I do have a Queen record, but I couldn't find it. I searched, and I kind of, gave up. I kind of got sick of looking. But I do have a Queen record. I'm not the biggest Queen fan in the world, but I was going to throw it in just to have Q represented, but I'm not a big Queen fan, so maybe it's best that I don't. But I do compensate by adding a number. So it'll be the first one I show here. I'm sure you could probably guess pretty quick. 13th Floor Elevators. Their debut, the psychedelic sounds of the 13th Floor Elevators. An absolute classic. I mean, everybody should have this in their collection. It's just a fine example of psych and psych slash garage. Excellent work by Rocky Erickson, and has that probably their best known song, "You're Gonna Miss Me," and a fantastic record. This is the Sundays reissue, obviously, but great record. For A, I chose Dan Arbuck. I could have gone with a lot. A was a little bit hard, but I wanted to pick something that I guess I just felt like picking this because I love this album. Dan Arbuck, of course, is from the Black Keys. Now, if you're not into the Black Keys, or if you're one of those that aren't into more recent music, I highly recommend you check out the Black Keys. Or buy this album. This is Keep It Hid. It's his first solo album, and I absolutely love this record. It is a nice mixture of blues, roots music, and rock and roll, and it's an excellent record. So there you go. It's as good as anything as the Black Keys have done, really. So for B, I chose an artist that I absolutely adore now, and still I'm pretty new getting into him, and I almost have a complete collection. Tim Buckley, and this is Star Sailor. I probably could have picked almost any one of his records, but this is a really good one. Come Here Woman, I Woke Up, Monterey, Song to the Siren, which is unbelievable, Star Sailor, Down by the Borderline, just a great record. Check out Tim Buckley if you're not into him. I went for C, I went with Can, Tago Mago, which I know Derek showed as well, and for good reason. This is an absolute classic record. I love this record. You have Hallelujah, Mushroom, just great songs on here, and a lot of experimental stuff too, but I love this record, and everybody should have this as well. For D, if I chose anything else but Dylan, I'd just be full of shit. So Blood on the Tracks, one of my favorite Dylan records. Love this album. It's known as his divorce record. You could tell it's Dylan going back and forth between love and hate with a woman that the relationship is obviously ending. So it's a mixture of both, and it's a really good representation of an end of a relationship, a serious relationship. Tangled Up in Blue, Simple Twist of Fate. Every song on here is a winner, really. Idiot Wind, probably one of the most scathing songs ever written. You're Gonna Make Me Lonesome When You Go, Meet Me in the Morning. It's just, everybody knows this record. If you don't buy it, please, it's fantastic. Shelter from the Storm, just a great album. For E, I chose Earth, a band that I absolutely love now, and loved them before, as I've said in my recent videos. When I saw them recently, I was just blown away. Fantastic show, great band. I guess you'd call it drone rock, drone metal, doom drone, whatever you want to call it. This is Hex. They're printing it in the Infernal Method classic album. I love this one. There you go. For F, I chose an album I love and I haven't listened to in a while. And I was inspired to listen to it again by Nathan Morales, who did a video on this. And I'm so glad I own this. I've owned this for a long time, and it's a fantastic record. Maggot Brain. Funkadelic. This is another one that everybody should have in their collection. The opening track, Maggot Brain, the title track is just unbelievable. So, there you go. This is one I've kept in the shrink wrap. I should really take it off. It's a gatefold, too. I don't know. But yeah, excellent album. For G, I had to go with the Grateful Dead. I used to be, and still am, a huge Grateful Dead fan. I can't say I listen to them as much as I used to, but I still love the band. This is Working Man's Dead. Stone cold classic. Just a really great song, very roots, folk, but excellent. Uncle John's Band, High Time, Dire Wolf, and New Speedway Boogie, two of my favorite Grateful Dead songs. Cumberland Blues, Black Peter, Easy Win, Casey Jones. Just a lot of people say American Beauty is probably one of their best or their favorites. I gotta say I like Working Man's Dead just a little bit better. This is an original. I also have the reissue in the box set, but excellent album. For H, I had to go with Jimi Hendrix. Just one of my favorites, always will be. Jimi Hendrix Experience, Electric Ladyland. This is an original German pressing on Polydor. Jesus. It did come out in 1968. It's an original German. So, very happy to have this in my collection. And for free, no less. It was a gift. For I chose an album that was really important to me as a kid when I was into a lot of really classic rock, 60s rock, Iron Butterfly, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. Just fantastic psych slash almost metal sounding in a way. I guess you'd call it heavy psych, but excellent album. For J, I chose Joy Division's Unknown Pleasures. Fantastic record. Another must-have for everybody. For K, of course, King Crimson and the Court of the Crimson King. Another classic record, just one of my favorites. Love this album. For L, I chose Love Forever Changes. Again, buy this. I did a video on this album. Everybody should own it. For M, I chose the MC5, Kick Out the Jams. The MC5, of course, for Detroit rock band, definitely a precursor to punk rock. An excellent album. I mean, this really captures their live sound. Ramblin' Rose, Kick Out the Jams, Come Together, Rocket Reducer, Ram-A-Lam-A Fa-Fa, Motor City is Burning. Excellent album. For N, of course, another one. I had to pick it. Nirvana, In Utero. This always makes my list of favorites. Just this album just touches me in a way. It really does, and I just love it. I really do. I've talked about it a lot. For O, I chose a new album. Fairly new band to me, but a great record. Oh Death. This is Outside. Dan in Canada turned me on to this, and excellent, excellent album. Just a really folky, dark folk kind of stuff. A lot of banjo, but it's also catchy as hell. I recommend buying this record. It is fantastic. It's really, really good. I love a banjo, and there's a lot of banjo on this. For P, I chose another classic, The Wall, Pink Floyd. One of my favorites by them, and really, really great album. I'm sure everybody's familiar with this. Really glad to have a copy of this. As popular as this album was, it seems kind of hard to come across a good copy of it nowadays, but I've had this one for years now. For R, of course, The Replacements. My favorite album by them, Let It Be. What can I say? What I haven't said before about this, I love this record. I Will Dare, Favorite Thing, We're Coming Out. Tommy Gets His Tonsils Out, Androgynous. Black Diamond, which is a Kiss cover. Unsatisfied, Senior Video. Gary's Got a Boner. 16 Blue, Answering Machine. Great, great record. I love this record. For S, I picked, of course, Springsteen, Nebraska. My favorite Springsteen album. Probably one of his probably his darkest record. If not, it's definitely up there. Again, love every track on here. Really sparse, beautiful record. Love it. For T, I chose Johnny Thunders, an album that I've searched high and low for a while, and finally found a copy for a reasonable price. Johnny Thunders, So Alone. It's an original on Real Records, and excellent album. A lot of great guest players on this. And it has this classic, of course, You Can't Put Your Arm Around the Memory. But great, great record. For You, I had slim pickings. It was either U2 or this, The United States of America. Excellent, excellent experimental psych record, and really, really, really good. It's challenging, but it's still a great record, and definitely check this out. For V, I chose Townes Van Zandt, Our Mother the Mountain. An album that's still pretty new to me, but it's probably one of my favorites already by him. I have a few of his records, and this is fantastic. Be Here to Love Me, Kathleen, She Came and She Touched Me, Our Mother the Mountain, Snake Mountain Blues, My Proud Mountains, Why She Acting This Way. A fantastic Van Zandt record. So I go to W here with The Wipers, Is This Real? Excellent punk record. Definitely a precursor to the 90s sound. Tragedy, Is This Real? Potential Suicide, Alien Boy, D7, Dementia 7, Return of the Rat, just a great song. A big influence on Nirvana as well. Greg Sage is a huge talent, and love this band. Why? What do you think I picked? Neil Young, and I picked, it could have been any Neil album, but I picked, Christ, it's escaping me. Broken Arrow. I had to think about it for a second. I love this record. This is the record that came out after I got into him. It was his first new record as I was getting into him. Probably when I discovered him, he was putting out Sleeps with Angels. But then by the time I was really into him, he put this out and went on tour, and I saw him twice on this tour. This is a really great example of Crazy Horse doing their really slow groove thing. They really get into a groove on this record. They stretch out, and I love it. And it has the bonus track Interstate, which is one of Neil's most haunting songs and really should be heard by everybody. It's a shame that it's kind of hard to come by. I think you can find that on YouTube, so check that out. Interstate by Neil Young. Love this record. Another hard one to come by on vinyl. So glad I have it. And finally for Z, Odyssey and Oracle, The Zombies. Great, great psych pop album. And again, another must-have classic. Time of the Season is a song that everybody will know off of here, but every song in here is a winner, really. So check this out. So there you go. I hope you liked my answers. hope everybody, all the people in the U.S. have a great 4th, and leave me some comments. I gotta put some records away now, so yeah, take care. Thanks for watching, guys.